This is part 6 of our comprehensive poultry farming series, where we're equipping you with everything you need to succeed as a poultry farmer, whether it's a side hustle or a full-time venture. In this part, we're tackling one of the most critical topics: how to handle disease outbreaks and recognize common poultry diseases. If you've been following the series, you know we've covered a lot of valuable topics already. If you missed any of the previous parts, don't worry. I've linked them in the description below so you can catch up anytime. Now let's dive in and get you prepared to handle one of the biggest challenges in poultry farming: keeping your flock healthy and knowing how to act fast when something goes wrong. Stay with me, because this is information you don't want to miss. Before you can effectively manage a disease outbreak on your poultry farm, the first step is knowing what to look for. Prevention starts with vigilance. Understanding the signs and symptoms of common poultry diseases is essential. Respiratory distress, drops in egg production, lethargy, or changes in droppings can all signal different issues. Identifying these signs early and knowing which disease they indicate allows you to take immediate targeted action, such as isolating sick birds or administering treatments. Monitoring your flock consistently and acting quickly can make all the difference as diseases spread rapidly. Now, let's get into some of the most common poultry diseases, their signs, symptoms, treatments, and even a few home remedies to help you keep your flock healthy and thriving. Stay tuned. Let's start with Newcastle disease, ND, which is one of the most feared diseases in poultry farming due to its devastating impact on chickens and the rapid speed at which it spreads. Understanding the symptoms, taking preventive measures, and knowing how to respond are crucial for every poultry farmer. Let's break it down in detail to help you protect your flock. Newcastle disease affects both young and adult birds and manifests in various forms depending on the strain of the virus and the immunity of your chickens. One of the most recognizable symptoms is twisting of the neck, a condition scientifically known as torticollis. This happens when the virus affects the nervous system, causing birds to lose coordination and control of their head movements. This symptom is often accompanied by respiratory distress, with chickens exhibiting signs such as coughing, sneezing, and difficulty breathing. You may also notice greenish diarrhea, a sign of severe infection that can quickly lead to dehydration and weakness. For layers, reduced egg production or soft-shelled eggs may occur, severely impacting the profitability of your farm. Unfortunately, there is no cure for Newcastle disease. Once a chicken is infected, treatment focuses solely on managing symptoms and supporting the bird's health. This is why prevention through vaccination is your strongest defense. Vaccinating your chickens at the right intervals ensures they develop immunity, significantly reducing the risk of infection or the severity of an outbreak. If Newcastle disease does strike your flock, you can provide supportive care, such as administering electrolytes and multivitamins in their drinking water to boost their immunity and help them cope with the illness. However, this is not a substitute for vaccination and will not stop the spread of the disease. For farmers interested in natural approaches, some home remedies can be used as preventive measures or to provide additional support during an outbreak. For instance, garlic water is believed to enhance chickens' immunity due to garlic's natural antibacterial and antiviral properties. Simply crush garlic cloves and mix them into the drinking water. Another common remedy is adding crushed neem leaves to the water. Neem is a natural detoxifier and has been traditionally used to improve overall health in poultry. While these remedies are not substitutes for vaccination, they can serve as complementary practices to maintain your flock's health. The most effective way to combat Newcastle disease is by combining these preventive measures with strict biosecurity practices. Minimize your chickens' exposure to external risks by keeping visitors and equipment sanitized, controlling access to the farm, and sourcing chicks only from reputable hatcheries. If you suspect Newcastle disease in your flock, isolate affected birds immediately and seek veterinary guidance to confirm the diagnosis and prevent further spread. Next is coccidiosis, a common disease in poultry farming, especially for beginners who may overlook the importance of cleanliness and proper management. Caused by protozoan parasites, coccidiosis can rapidly spread and significantly affect the health and productivity of your flock. Understanding the symptoms, treatment, and prevention strategies is critical to managing this disease effectively. One of the most noticeable symptoms of coccidiosis is bloody diarrhea, which occurs as a result of the parasites damaging the intestinal lining of infected birds. This can lead to severe dehydration and nutrient loss, further weakening the chickens. Infected birds often appear lethargic, sitting in one place for long periods and showing little interest in their surroundings. Their feathers may become ruffled, a sign of discomfort and poor health. Additionally, you'll notice a loss of appetite, which further contributes to weight loss and weakened immunity. If you suspect coccidiosis in your flock, prompt action is essential. The most effective treatment involves the use of anticoccidial drugs, with amprolium being one of the most widely used options. Amprolium works by inhibiting the parasite's ability to absorb nutrients, thereby stopping its growth and reproduction. Administer the medication according to the manufacturer's instructions, usually through drinking water, to ensure all affected birds receive the correct dosage. It's also important to isolate severely infected birds to reduce the risk of spreading the disease. In addition to medication, maintaining a clean and dry environment is crucial for controlling coccidiosis. The parasites thrive in damp and dirty conditions, so ensure your chicken coop has adequate ventilation and drainage. Replace bedding regularly and avoid overcrowding, as close contact among birds increases the risk of transmission. Use lime powder to treat the floors periodically, as it helps destroy parasite eggs and maintains a hygienic environment. For farmers interested in natural remedies or complementary practices, there are a few home-based solutions that can support recovery and improve gut health. One popular option is adding apple cider vinegar to your chicken's drinking water. Mix 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar per liter of water to create a mildly acidic solution that helps improve gut health, reduces harmful bacteria, and boosts immunity. Another effective remedy is crushed charcoal, which can be mixed into feed or water. Charcoal acts as a natural detoxifier, absorbing toxins in the gut and aiding recovery. However, these remedies are supportive and should not replace medication when dealing with a severe outbreak. Prevention is always better than cure when it comes to coccidiosis. Implement strict biosecurity measures, such as restricting visitor access, disinfecting equipment, and sourcing chicks from reputable suppliers. Providing a balanced diet with essential vitamins and minerals can also strengthen your chicken's immune systems, making them more resistant to infections. Another disease is fowl pox, a slow-spreading viral disease that can affect chickens at any stage of their life. It appears in two forms: the dry form, which is relatively mild, and the wet form, which is more severe and can significantly impact the health and comfort of your birds. While the disease rarely causes fatalities, it can lead to reduced productivity and discomfort if not managed properly. Let's explore the symptoms, treatments, and remedies to ensure your flock is protected and supported. The first signs of dry fowl pox are scabs or lesions that appear on featherless areas like the comb, wattles, and legs. These scabs may start small but can grow larger, causing irritation to the bird. Birds with the dry form often continue eating and drinking, but their overall growth and egg production may decrease. In contrast, the wet form is more serious, manifesting as lesions inside the mouth, throat, or respiratory tract. This form can make swallowing, eating, and even breathing difficult for the birds. You may notice lethargy, loss of appetite, and a sharp drop in energy levels. Wet fowl pox requires immediate attention, as it can lead to suffocation or severe malnutrition if left unchecked. Preventing fowl pox begins with vaccination, which is your best line of defense. While vaccines won't cure an existing infection, they are highly effective in preventing future outbreaks and minimizing the severity of symptoms in unvaccinated birds during an outbreak. Prevention through vaccination is always easier and more cost-effective than dealing with an active infection. For chickens already infected with fowl pox, focus on supportive care to minimize discomfort and aid recovery. In cases of the dry form, it's essential to clean the scabs to prevent secondary infections. Using iodine is a simple yet effective method. Gently apply iodine to the scabs with a cotton swab, being careful not to damage the surrounding skin. Keeping the affected birds in a clean, dry environment is also critical, as it helps prevent further irritation and speeds up healing. To complement traditional treatments, you can also use natural remedies. Coconut oil or aloe vera gel can be applied directly to the scabs to keep them moisturized and promote healing. These natural substances have antibacterial and soothing properties, which can help reduce irritation and discomfort. Additionally, feeding your chickens turmeric can be beneficial. Turmeric is known for its anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting properties, making it an excellent supplement during recovery. Mix a small amount of turmeric powder into their feed or dissolve it in water to ensure they consume it easily. If the infection involves the wet form, supportive care becomes even more critical. Birds suffering from lesions in their mouth or throat may struggle to eat and drink. To help, offer soft, easily digestible foods like wet mash, which are easier for them to consume. In some cases, you may need to administer water directly using a syringe to keep the bird hydrated. Proper hydration and nutrition are crucial for survival and recovery in these severe cases. Environmental management is another essential aspect of controlling fowl pox. Since the disease is often spread by mosquitoes, reducing the mosquito population around your farm can go a long way in protecting your flock. Remove stagnant water, clean up areas where mosquitoes might breed, and install fine mesh screens over windows and ventilation openings to keep them out. Disinfect feeders, drinkers, and equipment regularly to minimize the spread of the virus within the flock. Next is infectious bronchitis, a highly contagious viral disease that primarily affects the respiratory tract of chickens. Early signs include sneezing, nasal discharge, and general respiratory distress. As the disease progresses, you may notice a significant drop in egg production and poor eggshell quality, such as thin or misshapen shells. The virus spreads quickly through the flock via the air, contaminated equipment, or direct contact, so swift action is essential to contain it. While there's no cure for the virus itself, providing supportive care can help your birds recover and reduce the risk of complications. Antibiotics may be used to treat secondary bacterial infections that often arise in birds weakened by the disease. Alongside this, isolate infected birds immediately to prevent the spread of the virus to healthy birds. Ensure proper ventilation in the poultry house, as clean, fresh air can alleviate respiratory discomfort and minimize the concentration of airborne pathogens. For home remedies, consider adding crushed garlic to their drinking water. Garlic has natural antimicrobial properties that can help strengthen the bird's immune system and combat secondary infections. Another effective remedy is using warm water vapor to relieve respiratory distress. Place the infected birds in a well-ventilated area where they can inhale the steam, which helps clear nasal passages and soothes irritated airways. In addition to treatment, maintain strict biosecurity measures and clean the poultry house thoroughly to prevent recurring outbreaks. Next on the list is Marek's disease, a viral illness that primarily affects young chickens and is caused by a herpes virus. Early signs may include paralysis of the wings or legs, where birds might struggle to move or appear uncoordinated. In more severe cases, you may observe weight loss and even the development of tumors in various organs. This disease spreads easily through infected feathers and dust, making prevention essential. Unfortunately, there is no cure for Marek's disease, so the best approach is prevention through early vaccination. Vaccinate chicks at the hatchery or within the first day of life to significantly reduce their risk. Vaccination does not eliminate the virus but helps protect birds from severe symptoms. While treatment is not possible, you can provide supportive care to boost the flock's overall health and resilience. A nutrient-rich diet with adequate vitamins, minerals, and protein can strengthen their immune systems, helping them fight secondary infections and maintain weight. Foods like green vegetables and protein-rich feeds can be beneficial. Additionally, keep the environment clean, dry, and free from excessive dust to limit the spread of the virus. Strict biosecurity measures like limiting visitors and disinfecting equipment can further reduce the risk of outbreaks. As we wrap up this crucial part of our series on poultry farming, I hope you now understand the importance of identifying diseases early and acting swiftly to protect your flock. Knowing the signs and symptoms, along with proper treatments and remedies, is key to maintaining a healthy and productive farm. Remember, vigilance and timely intervention can save you both time and money in the long run. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might benefit. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. We've got even more valuable tips and insights coming your way to help you succeed in poultry farming. As always, let's keep learning, growing, and building a thriving poultry business together. See you in the next video.